So it seems there's like multiple clips of this then. Okay. I don't know, like let's just go into it. Let's see what the scoop is. Oh no, where is this? Okay. So this video is entitled Boris Johnson's Strange Peppa Pig Speech. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out.
Yesterday I went, as we all must.
That might have just destroyed your ears, and I apologize for that, because the previous sound was super low, so I had to boost it. And so that might have just destroyed your ears, and I apologize.
Peppa Pig World. I don't know if you've been to Peppa Pig World. Who's been to? Hands up anyone who's been to Peppa Pig World. Not enough. I was a bit hazy what I would find at Peppa Pig World, but I loved it. And Peppa Pig World is very much my kind of place. It has very safe streets.
I'm going to be honest, the physical comedy of him, like, looking at the speech and just, like, moving the paper around, that's really good. Like, that, I got, like, again, that's real, like, he's just like, is this going to work? Well, let's just keep going.
It has very safe streets.
Like, you'll notice, right, like, he looks at it, and then he picks it up. You think, oh, he's going to turn it around or something. No, he picks it up and then just puts it back down, right? Like, right, so it's not like he flips the paper over and there's another part. No, he picks up the paper, puts it back down. All right.
Discipline in schools. Heavy emphasis on new mass transit systems, I notice, even if they're a bit stereotypical about Daddy Pig. But the real lesson for me, going to Peppa Pig World, and I'm surprised you haven't been there, was about the power of UK creativity. Who would have believed, Tony, that a pig that looks like a hairdryer, or possibly a sort of Picasso-like hairdryer, a pig that was rejected by the BBC, would now be exported to 180 countries with theme parks both in America and in China, as well as in the New Forest, and a business that's worth at least £6 billion to this country, £6 billion and counting. Now, I think that is pure genius, don't you? Peppa Pig, and no government in the world, no Whitehall civil servant would conceivably have come up with Peppa. So my final message to you, as we stand on the brink of this green industrial revolution, and we prepare to use our new regulatory freedoms in what I believe will be a very strong post-COVID rebound. We are blessed. We are blessed not just with capital markets and the world's best universities and incredible pools of liquidity in London and all the right time zone and the right language and opportunity across the whole country. We're also blessed with the amazing inventive power and range of British business, and that above all is what fills me with confidence. Members of the
So he loves Peppa Pig. Now, I personally have never seen Peppa Pig.
I've had some.
So here's another clip here.
Pretty wonderful jobs in my life, but among the most purely hedonistic, I would rank motoring correspondent of GQ magazine.
So it seems to, like, I like Boris Johnson because he's like a stand-up comedian that, like, everything, like, he's, you know, everything he says is just stupid. And like he's got the physical comedy going on. He's got like the hair, you know, the hair that makes it look like, he's swooping in from the side of the stage. Let's keep going.
Ferraris, Maseratis, Nissan Skylines, Proton Sagas, you name it, I drove it. And I've spent hours in the traffic listening to the porridge-like burble and pop of the biggest and most sophisticated internal combustion engines ever made. And I've heard that burble turn into an operatic roar as I put my foot down and burned away from the lights at speeds I would not now confess to my protection officers. In that time, that great era, I only tried 2 EVs, electric vehicles, an extraordinary wheeled rabbit hutch that was so tiny you could park it sideways, and I tried the first Tesla for sale in this country, for GQ. It expired in the fast lane of the M40. I'm sad to say. I think they've got a lot better. And when a few years later, I tried as mayor of London to get London motorists to go electric, and we put charging points around the city. I must confess that they were not then a soar-away success, and they stood forlorn, like some piece of unused outdoor gym equipment. But 10 years after that,
pretty good.
The tipping point has come, hasn't it? And that
I honestly love listening to this guy speak. It's just so entertaining.
tipping point, having been reached, the pace of change is now going to accelerate like a new Tesla. Because I can tell you, as a former motoring correspondent, EVs may not burble like sucking doves, and they may not have that rum, rum, rah, rah that you love, but they have so much torque that they move off the lights faster than a Ferrari. And so with safer streets, with great local schools, with fantastic broadband.
That one sentence spanned 3 pages. Did y'all see that? The one sentence. Like, it was on page 1, and then it continued page 2, and then it continued page 3. And so that's incredible. Oh, which one is it? Oh, no.
Forgive me.
You'd think you'd have the pages in order.
Forgive me. People will have the confidence to stay nearer the place they grew up. To see if you've been paying attention to any of my speeches in the last few. Which 3 nations have produced more than 100 tech unicorns? Correct. The United States, China, and the United Kingdom. And the wonderful thing about the more than 100 UK tech unicorns is that they are dispersed now far more evenly across the whole.
So again, BoJo's having a good time, it seems. I mean, I personally am having a good time watching this content, so it's pretty good. But anyway, again, I'm very curious why Joe Biden chose to fart on the Queen and not the Prime Minister. That's one thing that I want to know more about, is that decision-making process. So, one day if I ever become a White House, the people that ask the questions, I'm gonna ask him that question. I'm gonna put it in the pocket. I don't have any pockets, but if I did, I would put it in my pocket. But I don't have any. But anyway, pretty sure it was a duchess. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, let's keep going. Hello, Crowded Crow. I just dumped another live show to pop in here. Damn, Andrea, you have the best stream titles. Makes me laugh every time. Thank you so much.